going on? So I want to try something new here on the channel, and I essentially typed in Star Wars hot takes into Google, and there's a ton of different articles and stuff like that making their points. And I found this one, and I'd like to go through some of them. I'll make one per each video to outline the title, and you know what you're getting. So in this one, we're going to talk about Jedi mind tricks, and I've seen this actually come up a lot online. Is it a Jedi thing? Is it kind of a gray Jedi thing? Is it more of a Sith thing? Some people think they have a lot of problems with Qui Gon using the Force to manipulate the chance cube that Watto was using to bet on Anakin. I've made a video about that. You can go watch that. But anyways, Jedi mind tricks are creepy and kind of invalidate the Jedi philosophy, says this article. I did some searching, and apparently there are no real examples of the Sith using mind tricks. It's just the Jedi going around screwing with people's minds. When they're not, actually lying to people about their fathers being dead or getting sucked into pointless wars over trade routes or something. It's legit creepy that the Jedi rely so much on mind control to get their way. Even if I guess Jedi mind tricks are more limited than, say, compulsion in the Vampire Diaries. There's no example of a Jedi telling someone, you're going to go home and murder your entire family, which happens all the time in TVD. To the extent that I understand the Jedi philosophy, it's about living in harmony, because the Force connects all life. So it's weird enough that the Jedi use this benevolent, empathic power to go around slicing and dicing with their laser swords, but it's especially incongruous that they go around imposing their wills on everyone else. Okay, so this totally inaccurate. There is no Jedi that uses a Jedi mind trick to impose their will on anyone else. The only time we saw that was when it was done for good against Sleazebago, I forgot his name, Sleazo or something, in Episode 2 Attack of the Clones in the Cantina when Anakin and Obi-Wan were looking for Sam Wessel, who was a changeling. And, the Death Six guy comes up and Obi-Wan says, you want to go home and rethink your life. You don't want to tell me Death Six. I don't want to tell you Death Six. I want to go home, rethink my life. And so that was kind of the only time he imposed beliefs. But other than that, everything that they did for Jedi mind tricks was against the Empire. Now, there were a few moments in the Clone Wars with Anakin, sure. But, Anakin was destined to turn to the dark side anyways, so we can kind of discuss that at a different time. However, the problem I have with this is that I don't think they're really understanding that Jedi mind tricks are mainly for good. And now we're going to talk about what everyone seems to have a discussion about, which is Qui Gon Jin using the Force to manipulate the Chance Cube against Watto in Episode 1. Okay, in my video about that, look, Watto's a scummy dude, and that chance cube was 100% rigged to always land on what Watto wanted. There's no way it wasn't a rig. You're telling me that was a legit dice? You're telling me that that die was legit? That Watto is such a stand-up guy? He's going to be like, all right, here, hey, let's leave it up to chance, shall we? Yeah, let me pull this out of my pocket. Boom. Oh, look, I won. No, there's no way in hell that that's how it was. So Qui-Gon knew that if Watto is going to cheat, then so is he. And it's for the greater good of the galaxy. And in the end, it was. He was the chosen one. And George Lucas has said he's the chosen one. Even when he's Darth Vader, he's still the chosen one. So you have to realize that, yes, the Jedi sometimes will manipulate with the Force, but they only do it to evil people, and they only do it when it's serving a greater good. So if using this Force ability will serve a greater good, then the Jedi outweigh the bad, and the fact that this is manipulation or whatever else people want to call it, and they go with it, right? Like, you don't need to see my identification. We don't need to see your identification. That's 100% for the good so that Luke can get off the planet. He is the only hope in the galaxy. They've waited 19 years for the son of Skywalker, the chosen one, to rise up as a Jedi, be trained, and avenge all of the Jedi that died during Order 66 and everything that's going on from the Empire's hands. So I truly do feel that, yes, the Jedi mind tricks can be seen a little bit gray sometimes. But if you really understand the philosophy of the Jedi and you go deep on it, then you'll have a better understanding of how these Force tricks work. So that's my thoughts on this piece. We're going to get on to the next one. It should be easy to go back and forth between dark and light sides. And there's another one. The Star Wars universe is vulnerable to currency manipulation. I don't know if I'll do that one. That's kind of easy. Subtitles are a sign of sinisterness in Star Wars. That's lame. I'm not doing that. The Death Star should be no big deal. That could be an interesting one. Star Wars is the poster child for stealing instead of remaking. That's stupid. The Jedi Order would benefit from a sort of schisms and less hierarchy. Yeah, we could talk about that. I want a series in okay, that's not even what. The best days will always be behind us in Star Wars. Okay, we can talk about that stuff too. Anyways, yeah, so there's a bunch of different things we can chat about, a few topics here, and then of course I'll go and check out more articles on the Googles. But yeah, there's quite a bit, man. There's a lot of different hot takes, even Twitter, which when I did that video, you guys loved it. So we're going to go into it. We're going to have fun. And I hope you guys are looking forward to those kinds of videos. So yeah, even Reddit for sure. Yeah, tons of this stuff. Love you guys. Let me know what you think about this new series. Hit like if you want more of this, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, remember, the Force will be with you always.